Hi everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of VG Dad. I'm here again solo. This may look an awful lot like a subscriber special, but in fact it is not. I was actually tagged by my friend Sushi Funk to do a person behind the games video. I'll put up a link to Sushi's channel. She is an excellent Let's Player. She's fairly new into the scene, but she's got a decent backlog, so check out her channel, she's pretty awesome. And as far as the actual challenge, this is a person behind the games challenge. Basically, it's just 10 quick facts about me, and at the end, I have to think of some people to tag who I think I would like to see their responses as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, this is not a milestone video, although it is conveniently lining up with that timeline. That just worked out that way, and so that's one of the reasons why I'm not doing face cam, is because it's not actually a milestone video, and also I'm kind of grungy looking, and I didn't really feel like taking a shower before recording. So there you go. Points for honesty. Anyway, let's get started. Like I normally do with my special videos, instead of it just being, a 10-minute video of me talking, I decided to do another challenge because I'm an insane, crazy person. This time I'm doing a Legend of Zelda Swordless challenge. As you can see, I'm here. I don't have a sword. My only weapon is bombs, arrows, and a candle. I did go ahead and do some prep work off-screen. I decided to do it off-screen just because it was honestly kind of boring. Like, basically, it was just... Ow! Son of a gun. We're off to a great start. Basically, it was just me running around collecting rupees. I mean, this right here is what I was doing for a solid probably 2 hours. And, basically it was just collecting hearts, all the heart pieces that I can before going into the dungeons, getting the candle, getting the medicine, and getting bombs and arrows. Basically getting everything I'm going to need to take on this challenge without a sword. Dadgum, this candle is tough to use. That's going to be my biggest stumbling block. Alright, here we are at the first dungeon. As you can see, I did get started a little bit early. I got the blue mail, I got the upgraded shield, got a few other things. I just didn't want the video to be boring. Alright, so let's get into the questions, shall we? Number one, I was born in New Mexico. It's a small town. If you know your World War II history, you might have actually heard of it. I was born in Los Alamos, New Mexico. They are dang, that was good times. They are largely responsible for the construction of the nuclear bombs that were dropped on Japan during World War II. And now we still have the nuclear lab, but basically they do... I honestly don't know what they do. Like, my parents worked at the lab. I had no idea what they did there. Anyway, I was born in New Mexico. I went to college in Denver, Colorado. This is all part of one fact. I've got a lot of stuff to get through. I went to college in Denver, Colorado. I have a graphic design degree as a result of that. And after graduating from college, I moved to my current location, which is Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I don't really need to be in here anymore. I don't know why I'm still farting around in that room. I got the key. Okay. Let's move on to fact number 2. I am the second of 4 kids. I have an older brother and a younger sister, and I had another younger brother in between me and my sister, but sadly he died when he was 16. He was diagnosed with cancer. This was about 7 years since he died. So I'm going to move on now because I'm starting to get bummed out talking about this. So yeah, let's move on to fact number 3. Fact number 3. I did not have my driver's license until I got it actually the day before I turned 24. And incidentally, I found out a couple weeks after that, but I think my wife found out like a few days after that she was actually pregnant with our first kid, the VG kid, as you guys know her. So yeah, it was good timing that I got my driver's license in that same time span, because we had talked about it in the past. Like, I didn't really need my driver's license living in Colorado because Denver had such a great bus system that I didn't need it, and I knew enough people with cars that it was not a big deal. But yeah, basically, Liz and I had talked about, I would need to get a driver's license before we started having kids, and hey presto, she found out she was pregnant, you know, not a few days after I got my license. Good times. Yeah, taking out some Skelemans. Skelemans, take it. I gotta say, man, this challenge is actually pretty tough. Just the fact that with the candle, you're only able to do one hit at a time, and I might be screwed now. No, I've got a key, so I can go back out. Oh no! Bad keys! Let's move on to back to the 10 facts. Number 4. I have a third nipple. Yes, it's true. And no, you don't get to see it. The biggest questions I get about that is if it does run in my family. I know my brother has one, and I think my younger brother had one too. And it's not like big, weird looking, like, you know, a normal nipple. It's actually kind of small, and if you don't know that it's a nipple, it kind of just looks like a weird zit. But yes, I do have a third nipple, and it does exactly the same things as all my other nipples do, which is to say nothing. How great is Legend of Zelda? Yeah, we'll just take a quick break and talk about the game, just because, you know what, it's my video and that's what dadgum bats. Or keys, I'm sorry. That's what I feel like doing. Yeah, I decided to do the Swordless Link challenge because I had actually seen, I saw Brazzle the Gamer he did a challenge that was the, what was it? Oh, it was the Wood Sword challenge, where basically he stuck with the Wood Sword, didn't equip any of the higher level ones, and didn't get any of the upgraded armor or any of the extra heart pieces. Just basically doing with as much starting equipment as possible. And so I saw him doing that, and I thought, you know, that might be a fun challenge to do. But then I realized it would actually be kind of an easy challenge, and I like doing things that are obscenely difficult. So I decided to do the Swordless Link challenge, and this is just one, like, I found it on the internet. You know, it's... most of the Zelda games are well known for having their user-made challenges, and this is the one that... like, this one you can do the 3-heart challenge, and you can do the, like, low-grade equipment challenge. But I decided I wanted to do the no-sword challenge. I know a lot of people have done 3-heart challenge videos. Like, there's one... my friend Magic Zenith, he did one recently on Wind Waker. He did a 3-heart hero mode challenge on Wind Waker, and he got all the way to the final Ganon without having lost a life. It was incredible. I'll put up a link to the playlist because you guys got to see it. Like, it's nuts. So anyway, let's get back into the facts. Fact number 5: I am 6'3", and my wife is 4'11". And yes, we look really weird together walking down the streets. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. Thanks, old man. That is really very nice. I can always count on you for help and friendly advice. Burn! Anyway. Yeah, I'm 6'11", she's 4'11", or I'm sorry, 6'11". I'm 6'3", and she's 4'11", and actually it's looking like Allison is going to be our tall kid. I don't know if she'll get as tall as me, but she probably will be pretty tall. Like, my mom is 5'10", so, you know, I've got tall running through my family. But it's looking like our second kid, Kaylee, is actually going to be pretty short, because she's pretty little for somebody who's 2 years old. Oh no! Skelemans! Let's see. I think the boomerang is off on this side. I think I want to get that. And that's going to be tough, because the Gorias take a couple of hits. I might have to use a couple of bombs on these bros. Yeah, this is going to be tough. I mean, let's do bombs. Let's do bombs. Bombs! Helps if I hit them. There we go. Bombity 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 bomb. Yay! I got the ring! This will be super helpful in getting through the rest of this dungeon, because I can just freeze the dudes and roast them! Let's get into fact number 6. This is possibly the most embarrassing one on the list, because... well, you'll see. I am a published poet. Yes, it's true. I mean, as much as you can count a high school magazine as being a published poet, but an adult person signed off on this and authorized me to, you know, share my angst with the world. But yeah, like I said, this was for our high school. It was not really a newspaper, it was just like a creative, you know, it's got like stories and poetry, obviously, and drawings, just all student submitted. But as a special treat for you guys, I am going to read you one of the poems that was published. And I hope you're sitting down and have gone to the bathroom recently, because you will either fall down and break a hip or pee yourself laughing. Because, I'll be honest guys, it's pretty bad. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm actually doing this. I cannot hold my head up high. I see the ground, never the sky. My feet, I drag them through the dirt. I wish I didn't have this hurt. Within my heart, within my soul, I feel I am no longer whole. She left me high, she left me dry. All I ask of her is, why? My heart is empty, my head is full of the thoughts she left within my soul. I thought we were happy in our world, and now my world has been unfurled. Sometimes it feels like a dream inside, a dream of love, then broken pride. I thought it was true, surely it's real. This love I found, this love I feel. Where was I? This love I found, this love I feel. Now all I do is mope and mope. It's it's as though I've lost all hope. I'm so unloved. It's so unfair. Oh, how I wish she wasn't there to lull me into a false security and make me think this would surely be my one true love, the one for me. Now I see it could never be. This is so maudlin and angsty, you guys. Where was I? Now I see it could never be. I'll leave this place. I won't be missed. I wish I'd stayed, or at least kissed. My mother, goodbye, for all remain gone. My life no more. My heartache won. So yeah, as you probably have gathered from that incredibly well-written poem, I was full of a lot of angst in high school, and basically just, you know, wah wah, life's so unfair, wah. And so that's what happened. Like I said, an adult person signed off on that poem. Thanks for sticking with me while I read that, and I hope your lives are truly enlightened from that piece of, I guess let's call it art. That is so embarrassing. I cannot believe I read that. I hope you guys don't think less of me for that tripe. Whew. I'll give it a minute. Hopefully the laughter has died down and you're able to focus on the Let's Play some more. So let's move on. Fact number 7. My favorite game, I mentioned this in my 50 subscriber, or no, that was my 100 subscriber video. I mentioned this in my 100 subscriber video that Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past is my favorite game. And that is another part of the reasons why I decided to do this challenge. Like, there's not a lot of challenges for Link to the Past, like not any that would be very interesting to start off with. Alright, let's see. This one's gonna be tough. Oh no, he's immune to my boomerang! I roast him. Oh no, is he immune to fire too? I'm in trouble. I think I gotta use arrows. That's why I stocked up on roops. I think this guy is he gets hurt by arrows. Yeah, that was easy. Alright, I made it through the first dungeon, guys. Woohoo! Oh yeah, anyway, my favorite game is Link to the Past. And that's part of why I decided to do this challenge, just because I wanted to do another Zelda game. But beyond that, my favorite series is Metroid. I love the Metroid series, and I actually have a Metroid Samus statue. It's from Other M, which, I mean, the less said about that game, the better. I know it's got kind of a cult following of like people who actually genuinely enjoy it, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, favorite game, Link to the Past. Favorite series, Metroid. Let's move on this way, and dungeon 2 is around here somewhere. Ouch! Ouch! Let's see, I think it's up. It's been a while since I've played this game. I think this is right. I think it's up and over. Yeah, we're in the right place. Alright. I've got the arrow now. I've got the bow now, so I've got a lot more options as far as defense. I mean, the problem is that I'm going to burn through rupees, but you know what? I'm not going to be playing for that much longer. Alright, let's freeze this dude. Come here, sucker. Now dance, sucker, now jam, sucker. Ah, he moved! That Wang's Chung. Alright, fine. Be that way. Alright then, let's move on. Fact number 8. This is another fond high school memory. Not as stupid and laughable as the poem, but it's still, like, probably one of my... I mean, honestly, I'm actually kind of proud of this. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. It was... I'm trying to remember about how old I was. I was thinking sophomore year, but... Oh no. I was challenged to eat 50 packets of mustard. Who issued this challenge? Why, me, of course. But all my friends totally went for it. So yes, I ate 50 packets of mustard. And, I mean, this took course over a lunch period, so, like, more and more people started to hear about it and gather around and, like, witness this incredible feat of grossness. And basically, I ate the 50 packets of mustard. I ended up getting something like $80 just because people kept throwing in money, just like, oh, I bet he can't do it, I bet he can. Here, I'll give you this so much money if you can do it. And so I did. I got $80 out of the deal, and then my buddy bought me a blue slushie after that. And the blue slushie still tasted like mustard, but it was worth it. And, I mean, 50 packets is a lot of mustard. That's like, it's like, I looked this up before I started this just so I could give you a proper frame of reference. That's 350 grams, which is 12 ounces, like 3/4 of a pound of mustard that I ingested in one sitting. So, yeah, it was gross, and everything tasted foul for, like, the remainder of the week, just because it was just, like, my tongue was just coated with this mustardy, disgusting blah. So yeah, that happened, and it was exactly as amazing as it sounds. Moving on to fact number 9. Let's see, have I gone up? I have not gone up. Do I want to get the key? I think I want to use my key. Fact number 9. I was actually voted second most outgoing for, you know, like in high school when you got the what do you call them? The awards that you get at the end of the year, like, you know, most likely to succeed, cutest couple, whatever, blah blah. I got second place for most outgoing. Now, I'm not sure just exactly how much stock you can take in these things, because this was also the same year that one of my friends was voted best dancer for the sole reason that he is a terrible dancer. And yeah, he won for best dancer. And he actually was, like, paired up with a girl who is, like, a professional, like, she travels with troops kind of dancer. And yeah, they were together as best dancers. Arguably the worst dancer, and actually one of the best dancers in the school. So, you know, that's about how much stock you can take in those things if you've never actually... Superlatives, that's what they're called. High school superlatives. Because they're not actually worth anything. And they're kind of dumb. Ow, stupid... snaky jerk butt thing. And I'm burning through arrows, which means I'm burning through monies. Monies! Alright, we are on fact number 10. This kind of ties in with the last one, and I don't know, it kind of ties in with the whole everything about my being. But I was actually in the high school drama club. I was never the lead in anything, but I did have, like, major supporting roles, like in Oh, let's see. Well, no, I guess that's not true. I was the lead in a couple of one-act plays. Or no, I was only the lead in one. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I was in the high school drama club. I had, like, supporting roles. We did Macbeth my junior year, and I played, who was I? Malcolm. I was Malcolm when we did Macbeth. Which, like, if you're familiar with that work, Malcolm's a pretty major character. Like, he ends up being the hero in the end. I mean, he's the rightful heir to the throne. Yay, bloomerang! That'll make things easier because I can throw it across. And then in senior year, I was in Arsenic and Old Lace. I was Dr. Einstein, the snivelly... Oh god. The snivelly assistant of... crud, I can't remember. The guy that, like, if you've seen the movie, he's the guy who is played by Boris Karloff, and they make a lot of jokes about how, he had crummy plastic surgery and to look like Boris Karloff, and basically Dr. Einstein is the guy that does the crummy plastic surgery, and he's kind of his sniveling assistant. Yeah. So I did that, and a couple of one-acts, one that was written by my friends, and I was kind of a minor part in that, but, an important part. There are no small parts, only small actors. And that's actually where I met Liz. I met her in the drama club in high school when we did my senior year, and she was a sophomore. We did Grease, and neither of us were in the play, but we both did backstage work. And that's how I met her. Like, I actually was, I was friends with a couple of her other friends. Like, we were mutual friends, basically. And, like, I actually, like, had a crush on her one friend, and that was like, she was kind of like, she knew that Liz had a crush on me, and so she was like kind of trying to deflect me and just like, well, what about Liz? She's pretty great, right? And so that's ended up how we met, and like for the first couple of times we did backstage work together, I was very intentional. Like, I kind of had that seniority where I was like very intentional about like, okay, these are the things we need to do. I need you, and you to help me. And I was always very sure to make sure that Liz was my number one helper. The dongo dislikes smoke. Thanks, jerk. Eat boomerang. So yeah, that's how we met. We did indeed meet in high school, and we've been together, that was 2003, so we've been together 12 years now. We've been married for 7. And that's our cute little love story. That's how we met. Oh, ain't that precious. Well, I just wasted that candle. Alright. Well, look at that. I'm actually getting pretty close to the Bossarino, so I might actually be able to finish this. I hope I have enough bombs. I think I do. Because he only takes 2. Ah, dadgummit. Get back here, punk. There we go. It's nice how they leave that door open in case you run out of bombs, because you absolutely will if you're bad at this game. Which, let's face it, I mean, you guys watch my show, you know I'm kind of bad at games. So, anyway, that's all taken care of. We're going to get our Triforce Fragment, and I'm going to end this episode with tagging some people whom I'd like to see do their 10 facts. So I'm going to grab the Triforce, yay! And I'm going to go ahead and tag 3 people. Well, technically it's 4 people. It's 3 channels, but one of them is a pair channel. Anyway, first up, I'm going to be tagging One Line Derek. I think you've got some really interesting stories, man. I think you've got some great things that you could tell. I would love to hear more about you. I think this would be a really fun vlog for you to do. You know, maybe we could do 10 things about Chet Scrittens as well. I don't know, man. I'm not here to dictate how you should run your channel. I just think that would be kind of funny. Secondly, I'm going to be tagging Cappy from Master Thief Game. This is another dude. I think I've mentioned both of these guys a lot, and I think they both would have some really I think Cappy, I think you'd also have some really interesting responses. So I look forward to seeing you bring it with this challenge. And lastly, I'm going to be tagging the Super Gaming Sibs, aka Taylor and Stefan. I think you guys also, I'd love to just hear more about you guys. I think you're really cool dudes, and I love hearing your backstories. So hopefully you guys are receptive, and hopefully you guys step it up and bring it with this challenge. If not, that's cool. I won't be offended. You were the first 3 people I thought of to tag for this challenge. So that's going to do it for this time, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Once again, if you enjoyed it, as always, leave a like and a comment. And of course, if you're not already, do go ahead and please hit that subscribe button. But until next time, keep playing.